I don't know if this was the first one I learned, but about the easiest one that I learned, it was one called Kokiriko. And Kokiriko is a kind of percussion instrument. It's actually a little scraper. It's like a guiro in Latin music. And this is a song about, which I eventually found they've got drawings of people dancing it going back to the 1700s, and the lyrics can be traced from that time, some of them. Okay, it says the bamboo kokiriko are 7.5 sun long, which is like 9 inches. And if they were any longer, they'd get caught in your sleeves. That's the first verse. So I enjoyed that idea already. And then the second one says, you want to go dance? Okay, join the community dancing. Leave your crying child with me. And the sasara instrument is under the window there. So that was the second verse. And I like that. What's a sasara? Well, it turned out, I'll show you it sometime. I don't have one here, they're all at SOAS, but it's kind of a clapper thing with, it can be anywhere from about 50 to 100 little pieces of wood that are all clapped together to make a nice percussion sound. And they go sasara. That's why they call it a sasara. Cool. So anyhow, I liked that song. It was easy, a nice little simple chorus, and I'll sing a verse in a minute just for fun. And so that's the first piece that I had a lot of confidence in singing. Most of the others were much tougher. Here's what a verse sounded like. Okay, and then the chorus. Kokiriko no take wa shichi sun go buja. Hoi! Somebody shouts. Nagai wa asore no kanakai cha. Then everyone joins on the chorus. Maro no sansa mo derere koden. Hare no sansa mo derere koden. So that's a verse and chorus, and then it can have any number of verses. And the chorus puzzled me too, because by then I'd learned Japanese. In fact, I was at Michigan teaching Japanese language, but I couldn't figure out, mado is a window. Sansa on the window is derere koden. But even hare, when it's clear, you have no rain. In other words, you have derere koden. So I figured out sansa means kind of a rain shower. So the rain on the window makes the noise derere koden. But even when it's clear weather, it's derere koden. What? And I thought about it, and being brilliant came up with the right answer that no Japanese has ever explained to me. But hare also means like, it's a clear day, but it also means a festive day. And so when you have a festival, you hear derere koden, because that's the sound of the taiko. Derere koden. Wow, cool, I like that chorus. So, yeah, anyhow, that's the first song I learned. And our group in London performs this a lot. And what I didn't know at the time was the year I was learning that, 1972, was the first year that in Japan the national curriculum for schools required every middle school student to learn to sing a folk song. Up until then, no student ever had to learn any Japanese traditional music. They had written new children's songs for schools, but they're all kind of Western style by composers who had Western training in Japan, and they tried to write them kind of pentatonic a lot, but they weren't traditional. Finally, for the first time in 1972, Japan, after the war, had recovered enough to become an economic powerhouse, had enough confidence that they thought, maybe our traditions aren't so horrible. Maybe our music isn't as useless as we thought. So every first-year student in middle school had to learn to sing that song, theoretically. A lot of the teachers didn't teach it because they didn't know the song. What are they going to do, the music teachers? Why did they ask them to teach it if they hadn't thought to train the teachers to teach this? Nor did they provide them with a budget to get some nearby folkie to come in and teach it, as I confirmed in my later research. Just by coincidence, that song was suddenly becoming slightly high profile in Japan for 5 years, and then they threw it out of the national curriculum because it wasn't working. When I got to Japan in '77, by which time it was out of the national curriculum, I went into my first folk song bar. I just stumbled into one to begin my wonderful experience of folk song. And this folk song bar, where customers listen to the house band playing, that's usually run by a folk song teacher and his students. They meet during the day and practice. In the evening they perform. And in between sets, the customers get up and sing, and the house band plays for them, shamisen. And they know who's coming. Oh yeah, okay, Hirose-kun, yeah, you like to sing, Akitondo, right? And you do it in, okay, what pitch? It's going to be the 8-sun shakuhachi, right? And he might say, well, yeah, but tonight I've got a bit of a cold. I have to have a lower pitch, that's a different shakuhachi. They really get these regular customers, but if someone new comes in, they're delighted. Well, when I stumbled in 1977 to this bar in Osaka, none of them had ever been that close to a gaijin, a foreigner, before. I'm talking about European types. And maybe they'd met some Chinese or something, or Koreans, but they'd never seen a honky, come into their Volkswagen bar. So, okay. And then they were just stunned, And of course I had to sing a song. So I chose the easiest song I could think of, Kokiriko. And they accompanied me on it, and I sang it. And they gave me the trophy for that month. Okay, and I still got that trophy. It's up in Durham. And yeah, I didn't have any idea at the time how hard it was to sing this music. I'd heard plenty of recordings, and I didn't know whether I was good or bad, but it didn't matter to them. Hey, here, it's your trophy, man. And then I hooked up with the guy who ran the bar, and he became my teacher while we were in the western part of Japan for about 2 years, and later we recorded that album together with Gina joining in. So that was a very important experience.